Hey, we
Yeah.
back,
Gotta
and
get
we
it right.
back, and we back.
We back.
Yes,
What
sir.
up, y'all? What up, y'all? Another episode, man. Vibes and Convo. We are here. You see the subject? You see it? We gonna go straight into it tonight. But before we do that, how is everyone doing tonight?
What's
Starting with my
good?
brother Quinn. What's good?
Come on, man. You know we good. Knocking on wood, doing it like we should, and everything that's good is already understood. You dig?
Talk
Feeling good,
about it.
feeling great,
Yeah. And
feeling great, feeling good.
About it.
How are you?
oh, you already know it though. I'm just glad to be up here with my good bros. You know what I'm saying? And it's very funny that my background for my album matches my shirt. I think I'm gonna have to really take into account of this. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Uh,
right. That's what I'm
uh,
on right now. Let's get it.
Okay,
uh.
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I can't.
Steady
I
tempo.
can't. Oh man, I'm doing great, man. Dog, I can't believe we talking about what we talking about tonight, man. I feel like this is long overdue. As long
Mm,
as we've been doing this vibes of combo thing, man,
mm,
we just getting around to this. And,
mm.
and you know this gonna open up the floodgates for so many more groups and singers and
Yeah.
their catalogs also, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna
Ah,
have to do it.
Hell yeah,
This is the spot for that, you know what I'm saying?
most definitely. For everybody that's watching, everybody that's tuned in, man, feel free to call in tonight, dog. We definitely want to get your take on the subject at hand.
right.
Subject at hand.
Look, man. Ah, talking about one of my favorite groups, man. But you know what? For those of a certain age and a certain era, and you were into R&B, you got to check all the boxes. This is going to mean something to you. All right, I'm just
Yes.
saying that. You know,
Yes.
I know
Cause
it's
it
going to relate.
Definitely is.
exactly. Is anybody before we get started? Is anybody even aware? For all those listeners who aren't aware of JE, how many albums do they have total in their catalog?
Jay has 10
10 albums,
albums.
10 albums. So
Now let's just marvel at that for a second. That alone, in this thing we call R&B, that alone is a feat within itself.
Mm.
they're the gods.
It's
Look,
a feat within itself. Jodeci ain't got no 10 albums.
I'm gonna say it like this. I love how Wu Tang talk about the hierarchy of hip hop. You get past a certain age, and that you hear Wu Tang cats, they say, "Oh, don't disrespect the gods." Hit you with the
They too
everybody.
that
Yeah, they hit you like, "Hey, man, you know, respect the gods. It's the gods of rap." You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna steal the Wu Tang phrase, and I'm gonna say, when it comes to this R&B, especially this 2090s R&B,
Yep.
JE, some of the gods of, you know, they ran that.
you gotta mention JE.
You
You
got to, you
got
got
to.
you. I don't even. I'm not gonna go ahead. I feel strongly about this. I feel strongly about this, y'all. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Kurt. Talk your shit, Kurt. Talk your
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Talk your shit, Kurt.
I bet. So
Get
let's
off your
continue
chest.
then. Let's go ahead because you know I have a special place in my heart for JE. Um, they are one of those few groups that was on the cusp. They're actually a '90s group. They came out in '99. You know what I'm saying? They're the last. Hear me. They're the last of the great male R&B groups.
Mm.
Yeah. Everyone else after JE was trying to be, but JE is the last. I'm talking
Mm.
about when you go back Jodeci, Boys to Men, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill,
All that.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
All of those the mid to late 90s,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? This is my specific era and time. When you get to JE, they're the last. You know what I mean? I'm saying that I could almost say the last of the great groups too, because Destiny's Child was right there in '99 too with them.
Yep. Also, 112 was running and can grow with
Nah.
grow with them also.
112 was 1996. Drew Hill was 1996. You
No,
heard? Like they are the torchbearers of Jodeci and Boys to Men.
I
yeah,
mean, I
no,
think I think Jagged Edge was 96 too.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
they were.
were they
Yeah.
96?
112 first album dropped in '97. I know because it was my senior year in high school.
Okay.
Also, what I mean when I
The Red album.
when I bring up 112, I mean their careers and as far as their popularity, as far
Yeah.
as groups and stuff goes, when they were hitting their height, they were kind of running that around the same time.
True. Well, I was
Especially
going to get to that.
especially with 112's like second album
Oh yeah.
and
So
JE's second album, like they really were
to,
at the forefront during that time period.
to me, when
As
it
far as
came to
groups.
male R&B groups, the ones that everyone compared them to were Drew Hill,
Facts.
112, and
Facts.
Jagged Edge. I don't care what other group came out after them.
Yep.
They were the standard
They
bearers.
was right about that.
I remember when No Question came out with the I don't care what your mother say, what your daddy say.
Yep.
I was like, oh, look at little baby Drew Hill.
Yep. That's
All
exactly what they were.
When Ideal came out, maybe at the creep all that, the creep and all that stuff. I felt like they were on the 112 path of R&B success. You know what I mean? They had a lot of Drew Hill, from the Tree of Jodeci sounding groups. You know what I'm saying? Prophet Jones, Profile. A lot of the groups I like kind of came out under that tree. But man, I think Jagged Edge should be celebrated in a different way. Because Jagged Edge, I don't think they ever got as big as Drew Hill. Maybe from a number standpoint, and I might be tripping.
No,
but
you're not.
But I will say this: they ended up being the more consistent group in that time frame.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Drew Hill, Jagged Edge should win the consistency award and then they locked you. They had a certain style of writing. True R&B, but with a little edge. But they were truly like I said, they were one of the last of the great R&B groups.
Sound completely all their own.
Subject matter, you know what I mean? What they talked about was rhythm and blues. So anyway, I won't hog up the time, y'all. Just I feel passionately about this. JE was a strong they had a strong presence in my time.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So okay, let's name that. Let's see. We start. What was the first album? Jagged Era. You see, you had Jagged Era. Then you had the infamous J.E. Heartbreak, which if you didn't know about J.E. before, you definitely knew him when they dropped J.E. Heartbreak.
Heck yeah.
You definitely know him after that. That sophomore album, they definitely completely crushed the sophomore jinx. One of the few artists or entities to ever really be able to do that in the R&B world.
Right.
Then they came out with Jagged Little Thrill. They were truly everywhere when they dropped Jagged Little Thrill. Boy, they were truly everywhere.
Right. So when they had the Nelly joint on there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which they still play to this day.
Where the party at? That's right.
Hey, where the party at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, they do.
What was after that? Then they came out with 2 years later, and they came with Hard.
Right. Yeah.
Which is still one of my favorites.
Hard tough.
Hard is real tough, man. Oh my God. Then they went on another 3-year hiatus and came out with the self-titled album Jagged Edge.
Okay.
Right. Then in the very next year they dropped Baby Making Project, which I thought was dope.
Right.
Really dope. And then they went on a real long hiatus after that. About 4 years. And then they dropped The Remedy. Which if you ask me was an entire album based off a doggone one of the songs off of the Jagged Little Thrill album.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was in my opinion. Then they came out with J.E. Heartbreak after that, another 3 years later. J.E. Heartbreak 2, my bad. That's what it was. J.E. Heartbreak 2. Then after that, they came with Layover, which went over a lot of people's heads. A lot of people didn't even know that even came out.
Right. And on that album, is it the song 112 on there too?
Yes, it is.
Only on 112's album. I think it's on both their albums, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir. And then the very last project they dropped, their 10th album, was A Jagged Love Story.
And the Jagged Love Story was enough for like 3 albums.
It really was.
This is like
Like
what?
how
30?
many tracks on that bad boy? Like 20, 30, almost 30 something joint.
We look right now. We clarify that right now.
Probably
was a
all the
lot.
music that they wanted to put out.
I know. Yeah, 31 songs. Yeah, 31
Jeez.
songs.
Jesus.
That was like their All Eyes on Me.
Yes,
Right.
it is 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did their masterpiece release. Their masterpiece release.
Right. Right.
31 songs. That's a lot of damn songs. You know they had to be sitting on that for a minute.
For sure, for sure.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and that pretty much covers their 10 albums, starting from Jesus Christ. Starting from 97
Yeah.
to 2020.
Yeah, the gods.
Been
Those
in this
guys.
thing for a minute.
Those guys.
Okay, we gotta start. Okay, start before we start breaking stuff down or whatever. Let's all go around the round table here. Favorite JE album, go.
Okay.
And you can only pick one. You can only pick one. Chauncey, what's happening, man? Appreciate you.
Pimp.
We see Chauncey up
What
in
up?
the chat, man.
What up, man?
Welcome to
What up?
Vibes and Convo. You already know what the subject matter is. Feel free to call in and share with your friends, man. Make sure everybody up on this, bro. This is one of them topics, man.
He said, JB.
He said, J.E. Heartbreaker. He came out the gate with that bad boy.
All right. I like it. I like it. What's you? Where you at, Key? Now I won't say mine first because I want you to say mine. How about that? My favorite got to be Jagged Little Thrill.
There you go.
I'm a big fan of J.E. Heartbreak. I would have said that, but some of the songs that resonate with me the most were on Jagged Little Thrill.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean,
not wrong. I mean, it's Jagged Edge. You really can't go wrong.
Catalog is hard, like 112. Man.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard for me. It's real hard for me.
so you saying you're going with hard?
What did Maynard say?
It's not hard for me. Let's get married. Promise he can't love you. He's basically supporting his Jagged.
Oh yeah,
J.E. Heartbreak.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not either.
He's on it. I'm gonna roll with
drum roll, please.
Going with hard.
Wow. It's hard. Pause.
I had to think about the songs on there. Yeah.
Hey,
hard
man,
hard to beat.
and see, and now it's gonna look like a dick ride.
That's funny.
What's the other name of the song?
Walk Down to Heaven.
Walk to Heaven.
Hard.
Yeah.
What's it like?
What's it like?
They got some hits.
I Don't Wanna. In Private. In the Morning.
Now I'll say.
No.
Yeah.
Dance Floor was even tough. And they don't have too many tough up-tempo songs for real, but Dance Floor was one of those.
All right, let's
cold.
Let's dive into these. Let's see.
I didn't give you mine, CC. How you trying to skip over me?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I'm getting it set up. Go ahead.
He said, forget all that.
Look, I'm joking.
Excited.
I'm joking. I'm getting excited too, and I'm joking and all. But to be honest with you, you took my answer, bro. You really took my answer. I was definitely going to go with hard, but not for the reasons you did. Even though I support those reasons also. Hard came when they dropped hard. Hard was at a pivotal time in my life, so hard resonates with me. It resonates with me different than all the other albums did. Mind you, I've been down hard since day one. Never missed the album release. Always made sure I had that new Jagged Edge when it dropped.
Right, for sure. Like they got us early.
But
they got us early.
but something about hard, even still. And to be honest with you, this back to back for me. It's Jagged Little Thrill and Hard.
Right.
Like, I could listen to both those albums back to back.
Honestly,
I can listen to both, but I can listen to both of those albums back to back. I'm sure you guys can agree.
I agree.
Yeah,
But if I had to pick between the two, I'm going with Hard all day.
they got that. They have that catalog that it make you do that.
They first 4
I
albums.
like the Baby Make project a lot too.
Yeah, that one was hard too, huh?
I feel like that was slept on. They
super slept on.
started.
Super slept on. Well, we got time. We're only 15 minutes in. Go ahead and get started.
I mean, it's one of those
we accepting
things.
calls, y'all. So hit us up,
right?
So we can hear. So we can hear what y'all gotta say, man.
Exactly.
We can
we'll
hear
be all day.
all day long.
We'll literally be all day with Jagged Edge, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's jump into. All right, so he spoke Jagged Little Thrill Hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's jump into Hard a little bit.
All right.
They ain't J.E. Remember how that it jumped off with that song?
It jumped off with it. Sure did.
They could, but they ain't J.E.
Why they was tough
hard,
like that?
going hard, like
I know.
Man.
I know.
Even the name of that album kind of speak to their energy. J.E. was always the cats who dressed like thuggeries.
Yep.
Everybody else.
I don't wanna.
They were the down south version of Josie.
Trying to be your man.
As far as their appearance goes, how they carried themselves, they were the down south version of Josie.
For sure.
Trying to be your man.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visions. Visions.
Vision
of this girl like a wanted.
Yep. 6 in the morning.
Like it really ain't. Yeah.
Yep.
If you wanna be with me, I need to know.
Visions of a girl. Yep.
You know what shocked me about J.E.?
What?
When I found out that they was basically like a put together group.
Yeah.
I would have never believed that.
How?
I just
how they were formed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really unconvinced. They were really kind of like thrown. It was nothing planned.
Right, everybody
it was really kind of like thrown together. Like, of course, you got the brothers. Of course, they in it. Of course, the brothers.
You just would think, you think that people, y'all know, it's interesting hearing people's story. When I heard that Wingo was talking about it, how they was all kind of separately running around and basically got put together to be a group.
And they were in different groups.
Right.
Yep.
But I guess that's kind of that's like the Temptation story too, though, right?
Kind of, sort of.
Some of them was in different groups.
Yep.
Consolidated their power, turned into Voltron, and got it all. Basically.
No question.
Got it on. Let's on to let's dance a little bit with
Jagged Little Thrill.
Jagged Little Thrill.
Got to do that.
Yeah.
Got to do that.
Let's jump.
Of course, they came out letting you know.
Hey, I'm looking at all of the looking at the records. Cut Something was cool. I remember that record. That's whatever.
This was supposed to be the upbeat.
Yeah,
song.
You say that, but Can We Be Tight? What? That ain't an upbeat record at all.
Oh god, no, that's just a hardcore mid tempo that just grabs you like that, boy.
Come on, doggy. I mess with that.
Driving Me to Drink.
Yeah. I even love Driving Me to Drink.
Driving Me to Drink.
Yep.
Hey. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
The record.
Hell yeah.
Remedy.
You hold on. You can't glance over Can We Be Tight, man. You can't glance over that like that.
Oh no, that's my joint. Can we be tight again? Can we be tight? No,
every day that I live seems like I learn a little bit more about women in general. Still wanna be loved, just wanna be hugged and kissed. Being clueless. Every dog got an itch, every got a bitch, every
Come on,
man
let's
got a
talk of
bitch.
that.
Mine is you. Oh, yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, doggy. I can
They,
remember.
you can tell they were singing their face off in that booth for that song. Boy.
And it was barring too. Like Jagged Edge had a certain style of writing where
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
write R&B songs and
yeah,
sneak hip hop bars in.
exactly. You swear to God they was spitting on some
Every
doggone.
woman got
Yeah.
a, every dog got a. I mean, what we talking about, Je? We really are in our bag right now. My,
This goes out.
yeah, that song again was cool.
Hey,
Yep. It was a good dedication song.
that's your song right there, Kurt. Head of household.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
okay, can I tell y'all? Can I tell
Go
y'all?
speak
Look,
on it.
I liked the song when it came out, but I was young. I had to go through something. I'm sitting up here. I think I might have switched a gig or something. I'm working way in Santee when I was living in San Diego. And I remember catching the bus, catching a trolley.
To
And I'm up
Kentucky.
in San, they say Clan T, you dig?
Yeah, man.
I'm out here going to the Hartford. And for some reason, I'm in my little phone. I had the mix of all the Jagged Edge's albums in my phone at the time. And I must have put on that record. And it never went off. It was like my little, I don't know. It had me motivated to get to it.
We turned into the move.
It turned, hey, and this was when I was running around doing shows, all kind of stuff. And this song was like the soundtrack of my little of a block of time.
Mm.
That song was crazy to me. That's actually why I picked this album, because that song impacted me probably more than any other Jagged Edge song. If it was just off for songs I liked, I'd probably pick J.E. Heartbreak.
Yeah.
But songs that affected me,
Mm.
dope.
Yep.
That's what you want. That's what you want music to do, though. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Affect you that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He turned it on. I was like, turn that off.
Exactly.
Yee.
What about Best Man, fellas? How y'all feel
Oh
about Best Man?
man, I mess
You
with
was
it.
my best man. You
Yeah.
was everything to me.
Hey,
You was my girlfriend. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
In the yeah,
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 yeah. That's
yeah,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh man, I like this album so much.
I know, man.
Like this
Oh,
album a lot. Like this album a lot, man.
yeah, yeah. And Remedy was this perfect way to end that bad boy.
Yeah.
Just
So
on
wait,
some, just on some baby making
what?
12 play type shit.
Let's Get Married is on Jagged Little. The remix is on Jagged Little Thrill.
What?
I don't remember that being there.
What you talking about?
Right.
Let's Get Married. The remix.
It's probably the version that you're looking at. It's probably the version of the album you look. You
Oh,
might
I'm
be looking
saying.
at deluxe release or something. Because
No.
they
No.
did release, because they did come out with the remix for that bitch like way later.
I don't remember it being on Jagged Little Thrill. Maybe it was.
Yeah, it was on. Matter of fact, it was originally on Jagged Little Thrill. No,
I
no, the
mean,
remix. No,
and they
not
got
the
a
remix.
This got to be a different version I'm looking at.
because they
Yeah,
got Promise. They got a Promise JD mix.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
what's going on there?
Yeah, it's a different version you're looking at. That's why.
What is
Baby, I promise.
Artist Jagged Edge release date June 26, 2001.
Yeah, because it originally was not on Jagged Little Thrill. You're right.
Yeah, that was not the
It
deal.
wasn't on there originally.
All right, you know why? I think music affect you also when you're in school. This was like me getting out of high school too.
Mm-hmm.
I
All right,
remember
so
that.
what other albums are worthy candidates from them?
Oh,
Which
what you
ones are
mean?
runner-ups? Here we go.
I mean, Jagged Era was crazy. I like J.E. Heartbreak is probably the staple piece in their collection
Definitely.
for most people who are.
Definitely.
If you're a casual listener, J.E. Heartbreak really probably caught you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta say.
I feel like this album, yeah, turn heads. It turned people like, oh, who's this? You know what I mean? When they jumped out there with that, he can't love you.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like, all
Yep.
right.
Everything up, like right there.
Mhm. Around the time when J.E. Heartbreak dropped, I was just getting out of boot camp
Ah,
in the Navy, and I was running across a lot of people from different parts of the country, and that was their first time hearing Jagged Edge.
ah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that quote unquote listen to R, like love R&B, that was their first time hearing Jagged Edge. They didn't know they had an album prior to
I remember them on Apollo singing the Days of the Week song. I remember Jagged Edge.
that. Yeah, when they were doing when they did Wednesday Love, an old remake.
Man, that's called the Days of the Week song when I was
That's
a
Days of the
kid.
Week.
But I remember them actually perform Wednesday Lover on Apollo.
hmm I do too. I used to have that on tape.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's
Feel
back in
free to
the
call.
that's back in the
Feel free to
VCR
call
days.
in. Feel free to call in, man. We got that number down there. Feel free. You
Yeah.
want to hear what's your favorite Jagged Edge album and why?
Right.
Tell us.
But
You know.
as far as runner up and stuff go, I think it'd be more fair to say like honorable mentions or
Okay.
whatever, because unless you just like a hardcore JE fan or whatever, like a lot of people stop falling off after hard or stop really checking for them after hard, unless you're just a hard up JE fan. Like you ask the average R&B listener or
Right.
whatever past hard, they don't know too much about Layover. They didn't
Right.
know they dropped the Jagged Edge, JE Heartbreak too.
I remember that because I remember they had the promo run about it.
Yeah, not too many people knew about the
Yeah.
Remedy or
Even
the
that one
Self
has some
Titled JE album.
on it
Like
too.
quite a bit of the later stuff really went over people's heads unless you are a hardcore JE fan.
Yeah.
We're calling all our JE fans.
R&B
And
changed. R&B changed.
that's
Yep,
right.
You
that
know,
too.
Different era.
Yep.
after that '03, man, like Lil
hmm
Jon came. You know what I'm saying? You know,
The
and then
Usher era.
we start talking '06, '07. You know, you gotta look at Pain and you gotta look at the Akons and the
Jeezy
you know
came.
stuff was just changing. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Jeezy came. Oh my
And,
God.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you talking about '05, '06,
Yep.
'07.
Yep.
Um, Ti was
Was really starting to pop off.
yeah, like it was
It was a lot.
I wrote hip hop with us, like in that.
Like Atlanta was definitely
hmm
had two of the stronger R&B groups in the game,
Yep.
and then they
Right.
just flipped on its head and it turns into the mecca.
And I feel like 112 never caught it of falling off because they just stopped making music together.
Yep. hmm
right.
So then when they came back together way later, they didn't catch the whole like, well, stuff fell off. Y'all fell off. Like they didn't, because I feel like Jagged Edge like pretty consistent. You know what I mean? Like,
hmm
well,
Oh
with their
yeah.
music, they sound they pretty consistent. And I feel like because they catch a lot of that. They catch a lot of the they fell off and
How?
they never fell off. I just think things changed.
Yep. And they
Um,
never conformed. They never had to conform.
that's it.
They
That's it.
never had to conform. They've always done them.
And
No
the
matter
thing was
what era.
like they was always part of the end. Like they style. They was they was the early ones doing that flip. We gonna
Yeah.
flip style. That staccato. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
We
because
heard
of that, they were
like
compatible
what
with a lot of people also. That's why you
stuff
do.
we listening to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He can't
Because
love
of,
you.
and they were compatible because of that too. With a lot of different artists. Why you see them do a lot of features during that time also.
Right.
Right.
Like their style just meshed well with a lot of what was going on, no matter what you were doing.
That's a girl. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, stuff.
Then you had the emergence of Sierra
Back.
and
Yep.
doggone Nivea. Don't
Yeah.
mess with my girl. I'ma be the one to bring it to you.
Yeah.
It's
See.
my girl. Yep.
See. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And plus, being from Atlanta, I mean, doggone, they were never too far away from what was deemed as the Atlanta takeover during that
Right.
decade.
Right.
So they were never
Yeah.
too far away from it.
Yeah. I think you know J.E. Um, I feel like Jagged Edge. I feel like
Smoking up the rapper.
Escape
Mhm.
catalog probably would have been like Jagged Edge if Escape stayed together
I agree.
because they would have caught the Brian Michael Cox,
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri
Hmm.
combination. They would have caught that too.
Right.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
that would have been something because that combination is deadly.
and I feel like we would have heard them on the same song, like some kind of way we would have had a Jagged Edge Escape song.
We
Exactly.
heard
Do it.
what's that song? That song with 112 and a girl group. That was it's like a big part of their early
I
catalog.
Oh,
know. I know what you're talking about. I can't.
or
Oh,
Tears on the
or
pillow.
that's a good one, Kurt. Oh, that's a good. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
112 and Allure.
Yeah, Lord,
Yeah,
that's
what's
it.
that
That's it.
record
That's it.
about the tears on the pillow?
Hell yeah.
Where,
They redid "I'm All Cried Out" by
Yeah.
which was originally by Full Force and Lisa Lisa.
oh, is that right?
Yeah, they did it first.
Oh
They
wow.
just redid it, which I thought was a great remake, by the way.
I mean,
112 and the
Yep.
Law, I thought they did that really, really nice.
right.
As a matter of
Allure.
fact, now that you bring that up, nobody's ever redone that song since.
Allure. They played with Allure, man.
They did play with the Lord.
All right.
But we get off topic. It's so easy to do when you're
Right.
talking R&B.
And, it's all connected, But it would have been something if we saw Escape stick around because they're the ones who had the baton. Like Atlanta been a tough R&B city.
Mhm.
Like, to be honest.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Key Sweat was one of the people that recognized that early.
Wait, is Sweaty Keith from Atlanta?
No, but he based a lot of his operations, a lot of his career in Atlanta. He's originally from New York, but he moved down
Oh,
there early and was doing a lot of. He was responsible for a lot of firsts in Atlanta. I put you like that as far as R&B goes.
Keith Sweat is like R&B's fair godfather. This nigga have like all the plugs.
He really is.
He discovered Silk, discovered Drew Hill, like
Cut close.
cut close. Keith Sweat
He
is
just had so much to do with R&B. It's crazy.
Period. Yep.
But not to be sidetracked. Let's get back to J.E. I know it was me. I stirred the ship there.
Hey, I'm guilty of it too, bro. Ain't nobody doing it.
I love the Jermaine plugs with Jagged Edge. You know what I'm saying? Like he always interjected. You always heard Jermaine Dupri's voice in some kind of way with Jagged Edge.
I wonder why we never heard Little Bow Wow on the Jagged Edge record.
Where the party at?
But they was on Jagged. I mean Bow
Where
Wow's
the
record
party at remix?
Bow Wow was on So Def.
was
Yeah.
Where the Party at remix. Bow Wow was on.
That's really it.
Okay, that's it. I have to.
That's it.
I must have missed it.
Yeah.
Well,
you remember the remix where they had
Bow
all
Wow
the boys going hard on that?
Bow Wow kind of ventured off too from So Def.
Yeah,
around that time. So
yeah.
they kind of missed. J.E. was the group right then for.
They were the flag bearers of So Def.
Yeah.
And it was like to the point where every big label had to have a big R&B group.
I missed them days.
So Def had J.E. Bad Boy had 112. Def Jam had freaking Drew Hill. Island Def Jam.
Motown had everybody.
Come on.
You good past, present, and future. When it comes to groups,
come on.
Motown. Boy,
Thank you. What song? Thank you. J.E.
J.E. Are you talking about?
Stay smashing. What you mean?
Yeah, you gotta be specific, bro. There's a lot of thank yous out there.
Because I'm saying thank you by like Boyz II Men in my head.
That's what I thought of originally too.
But
that's a joint too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Hit us up. Don't be shy. Stop on by.
Yeah, stay smashing. What's your favorite J.E. album, bro? Come on. That's the topic in it. Come on with it, brother.
Yeah, man. I love it though. They definitely had I don't know. Out of all of them.
Honorable mention though,
Okay.
because we didn't get back to we didn't name no honorable mentions.
Okay.
Baby Making Project back in
Talk about
2007. Hey, Baby Making Project was tough, man.
Okay.
I thought it was
it
tough.
was yeah, it
Uh,
was
the title track they had with Ashanti on that bad boy put a little ump in it.
Yeah.
That bad boy was
Girl,
tough.
had you fine on me? Is
Yeah,
that it?
and you grind on me. Yep, yep.
Gotta put a little in there. Hey, I
Let
like
me
that.
lose control with a little bit of ump. Yep. A lot of people don't know
Yeah.
that's Ashanti on that bad boy, man.
I think I knew that was Ashanti and didn't know that was Ashanti at the same time. So
Hmm.
thank you for reminding me.
It's all good. It's all good.
I like that record though.
Yeah, man. Hey, Whole Town Laughing was tough too.
Oh, tough.
Yep.
hey, stop
Yeah.
right there. Stop right there.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Bow Wow featuring
Featuring
J.E.
J.E.
Oh, that,
Thank you.
that,
Thank you, Stay Smashing.
Oh, okay.
oh, baby, that'll take the fact that you cried and you stay.
That's right. Sure enough. Sure enough. Thank you, State
Like
Smash. We appreciate it, man.
this no more. Yep.
And that's why we got the best viewers, man. The people that tune in, man, they keep us honest, bro.
Heck yeah. 'Cause I'm up here
He
racking
was
my
on.
brain.
I did. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Snap.
Yeah.
Like,
I
And
mean,
we
it's
was on.
so much music over the years. You can only keep up with so much.
nah, I ain't go friend. He called me lacking. I appreciate it.
Hey, he called us all lacking. I completely forgot about that song
You
till you
know,
started singing it just now, Keith.
straight up.
And whole town laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even get
The
me started
whole
on that.
town laughing at
Don't.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Such
Mm-hmm.
a good thing, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, leave them alone, dog.
My nightmares. See you in my dreams. Feel like I keep falling, 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 falling. Nobody to catch me.
Yep.
That's hey. Don't get
Yep.
me started.
Yep.
Why?
yeah,
Classics.
Hey, a lot of people would normally like pass up, turn you on, but I like the groove on that song.
yeah.
I
Oh
like
yeah,
the groove
yeah,
on that band. Turn you on is pretty dope.
I
yeah,
have. I'd have to listen to it again to catch it.
Yep.
yeah. Go back to the baby making project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby, make a
y'all,
project. You'd be surprised what
y'all
you hear on
go
that
back
band.
making project. Some
Yep.
joint.
Yep.
well, blessings.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
Any other honorable mentions you guys can think of? We probably might forgot about.
Um, pull up Jagged Edge. Part two. J.E. Heartbreak Part Two.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
get to.
Yeah, let's take a look. Now, let me ask. This is for like long in the tooth Jagged Edge fans for sure. Did y'all catch the J.E. Heartbreak Part Two?
I did.
Be honest. Be honest, y'all. You know if you
I
did. We'll know if you did or not.
Okay.
We will find out.
We'll find out. Because I listened to this. I remember when they was making it. This is the one where they had the little promo video where they got into the fight in the club or the restaurant or something like that, right?
don't know if that was this one.
That
I,
sounds familiar.
I definitely have to check, but I don't know if that was this one.
Because we was chopping it up around the time about it.
It might have been. It
I
might have
think it's
been.
this one.
Yeah.
Because they got back with JD and all that good stuff. And
Yeah, it was this one. You're
yeah,
right.
bro, I remember.
I don't remember what song though.
A few things I remember.
Because I know Hope was the Hope was the single.
Right.
That was the first thing we heard.
Yep.
I don't remember what video it was though.
It might have been Hope. I can't remember.
Might have been Hope.
Might have been
Might
Hope.
have been.
Might have been Hope.
Because I don't recall them having a lot of singles off this album.
Right.
No, they
long
didn't.
videos.
Surprise me. My joint is no half stepping. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Half stepping is my joint. They have some good. They have some good stuff on here though.
Yep.
I just think that, like, once again, like, um, people. I just remember what people said about the project.
What they
You know,
say?
Well, what
saying
did they say, Key?
J.E. Heartbreak Part 2. They expected, you know,
Brian Michael Cox.
they expected Part 1. And it's like Part 1 was made when.
Look, everybody can't do like R. Kelly and follow up 12 play with 12
13
play
play.
two. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody can't do that and take it up. You know what I mean? And exceed our expectations. Like it's very hard to do.
I mean, J.E. Heartbreak was like, like again, for people who like Jagged Edge, a lot of people like them based off of that impression. That's like a lot of people's first impression.
You're right.
This was
You're right.
October 27, 2014 is when this album dropped.
Yep.
Right.
On my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
It felt like it was later than that, but 2014, okay.
Yep.
Right.
Definitely.
Time
But-
is a joke.
But for all you guys that aren't familiar with Jagged Edge, hopefully you guys are better educated on JE now.
All right.
And you see
Fantastic.
why, and you definitely see why they're worthy of the conversation. I mean, 10 albums. I mean, you got plenty to do your homework on if you're not privy.
From 1997 to now.
Yeah, buddy. And they dropped a single last year called "Let Me Know."
Okay.
So that lets you know they still out here doing music. They still getting music in there.
Right.
Well, a Jagged Love Story.
So what? I don't know nothing about this.
That was their
Pandemic.
last release in 2020. That was the last album.
2020 was a good year for R&B. You hear me?
It really was.
We had
Bad for the
Yeah.
world, but good for
we
R&B.
had B7 out here. We had
Right.
J.E. out here. We had my man V Keys out. It was good. It was good stuff, man.
Hell yeah.
This album, I'm still digesting.
Because there's so many songs.
So many songs, and there's some joints in here.
Uh-huh. Yes, it is.
If I Ever Fall in Love,
Yeah.
Yep.
fire.
Yep.
What's that other one? I Wanna, fire.
I want one of those.
I gotta check it out.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm
It's a
still
whole-
digesting. What's the other joint? I want to say it's Decided. I'm still digesting this one, man.
Yeah, because it's a lot.
Songs on here. Yeah, like if they would have broke it up and gave it to us in pieces, I could probably get my hands on it a little bit more. But 31 joints, man. That's that's a lot, especially in this day and time.
Absolutely.
A lot.
Yeah, not too many people dropping 31 track R&B albums, except for Chris Brown.
Right.
But that's for a whole nother reason he's doing it. So, but we get it.
I don't even know why he was doing it. Why was he doing it?
Now, why is he doing it?
For streaming purposes.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's why Jagged Edge did it.
Well, it's possible. It's possible. But each one of their songs, they're longer than 2 minutes. They're longer than what's the not 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Like all their songs are way longer than 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, they like.
So
I feel like
yeah.
yeah.
So I feel like they just had a bunch of music they were just sitting on and they just put out, as opposed to doing it for streaming purposes.
This was Layover was before this, when that was 2017. So that song on 112 on that Layover. Woo! Fire.
Somebody's
But
gonna get mad. Did you just bring up 112 in a Jagged Edge conversation?
we got to. They, Jagged up in a 112 conversation too.
Hell yeah, they're part of that.
They
got a feature with each other now. Like,
and they both from the A.
It's a real thing.
Is it safe to say that between those two groups, 112 and JE, they were Atlanta's version of Boyz II Men and Jodeci? Would that be a fair assessment? Just strictly from the A. That was Atlanta's Boyz II Men representation. 112.
It's funny because I
And
don't
then
think
Jagged Edge was their Jodeci representation.
Jagged Edge dressed like Jodeci in the term of urban style. Like they dress like they're on the block on the Blizzy.
Yeah.
But
they sounded more like Drew Hill though.
I don't know if they sound like Drew Hill.
Well, not even sound like Drew Hill, but if you had to like make
Jagged
a comparison.
Jagged. I gotta put Jagged Edge in their own bucket. Jagged Edge is the final frontier before singers turn into rappers. Jagged Edge is it. That was like they danced on the fence of I'm like Shaq, no Kobe, Ike, no Tina, no, I ain't trying to beat you, baby. Like,
I'm giving you the street shit, but I'm singing it to you.
I'm like, what are we talking about, J.E.? We talking about bars.
Mm-hmm.
Those lyrics. See the lyrics again.
You know what I'm saying? He said, like Ike and Tina, I ain't trying to beat you, baby. Like Sonny no Cher, Sonny no Marie Carroll. Yeah. He said like.
What year was this? 01?
Come on, doggy. Yep. Jagged Edge is that group. They don't sound like Drew Hill because Drew Hill sound like they was straight out of church. Jagged Edge don't sound like they was out of a church like that.
They sound like they were fresh off. They sound like they were fresh off the block, really.
Right. A little bit more on the Blizzy.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got some stuff where I'm like, these dudes is they have moments. And then they have a lot of. They got an interesting style though.
And 112 is definitely the children of Boyz II Men. For sure.
Oh,
and Drew Hill is definitely the musical children of Jodeci. You know what I'm saying? 112 don't really sound like neither one of them, but they have a certain way of writing, a certain way of songs that I feel like they're the most consistent. Like they're not gonna give you super high, but they'll never get super low. Their songs are always gonna be freaking jamming.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
Drew Hill will give you the big splash. Ooh, album, bow. It's like okay, it's big. And 112 will get you with some. I don't know. 112 is more like Jagged Edge too, because they was consistent with the.
Their catalog is
like
their catalog crazy too.
Yeah,
man.
Just not as many as Jagged Edge though.
And when you get around Jagged, I mean, I feel like when you get to the other groups, you get this argument of like who's the best singer. You get into this technical singing argument.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really do that with Jagged Edge.
Nah.
Like they don't bring that energy. It's like, either you freak with their songs,
or you don't.
And if you listen to their songs, you're gonna realize they're giving you all that other stuff too.
Yep.
It's just. It just packaged a little different.
Jay is slick. It's slick how they do it. They just they slick. Because they singers.
Yeah. That part.
Yep. Yes, they are.
And I feel around that time you had to be.
Right.
Because everything else around you was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You couldn't compete. You wasn't going to eat if you wasn't about that life.
So what?
Right.
Yep, still holding that standard up.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of how they were being marketed, they were still holding that standard up.
They were the cool guys. Jagged Edge was swag. Jagged Edge was cool guys.
Man, Jagged Edge was all swag.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it clear.
Right.
You never saw them really dancing for real.
Nah, they wasn't. Nah.
They never really. They had the whole b-boy approach, so it was just swag up and down.
They
were extra drinky.
They dressed like a bunch of niggas from New York. Furs and Timbs and
Big Tim's.
But they were always uniform some kind of way without actually looking exactly the same.
It's like if you and your homeboys was in the group, y'all just kind of kept similar color schemes, but everybody had their own drip on.
Exactly. I thought they were really clever with that.
Right. I feel like
Unlike
rappers
other
tried to
groups that
dress
feel like
like
they had to have unlike other groups that felt like they had to have the costumes, or groups that just completely just X'd out costumes completely.
they're very uniform.
Yeah.
But Jagged Edge, I mean, I don't know, dude. You know the difference between them two. You got different attributes. Like I think Drew Hill had the stronger vocalist for the most part.
No doubt.
Jagged Edge probably had the better consistent songwriting for the most part.
We didn't get enough Drew Hill albums.
Now we
At
did
all. Not even close.
right.
We count that Cisco album as a Drew Hill album.
Yeah, we can.
But
you could definitely count both of his solo albums.
The second one is more like a compilation to me.
The second one?
Second Cisco album.
Yeah, I still count that as a Drew Hill album too.
But it had all these other, I don't know, had all these other people on it.
Yeah, but it was still the Drew Hill style and Drew Hill sound.
I wanted to hear more Lover, but
I liked Lover.
Don't get me started on that. That's one of my favorites.
But I think 112 had the best. Like I looked at 112 more like I looked at like New Edition because I felt like 112 had the best ability of having like solo artists. I feel like everybody in 112
could hold down,
could be a solo artist on a Bad Boy type label. I was on the fence with Mike until I heard Mike go in Super Deacon mode. I said, "Oh yeah, my bad, bro."
Yeah,
I be confusing Mike and old boy's low tone as the same person.
Yeah, Mike and Duran.
Yeah, Mike and Duran.
I mean, not Duran.
No, Duran.
Mike and Q.
No. I don't confuse him with Q. I confuse him with Duran. When Duran singing "Chill," I was like, "Oh, I'm a player." I'm like, "Oh, is that Duran?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's Mike. Anyway. I see what you're saying. I digress.
What Jermaine Dupri say? J.E. y'all.
Y'all know what this is.
Y'all know what this is. I love the way she mind on me. And it mind on me. Would you put a little in? Yeah.
Strong song.
We'll have to listen to that when we get off of here.
That shit grooves. That shit still groove hard. Bro.
Hell yeah.
But in my book, overall, man, you can play anything by Jagged Edge. I'm going to be on top of that shit because J.E. is one of them groups that will always be in the Hall of Fame and that Bible of R&B groups, bro.
Super consistent.
What's that other song they had on that Jagged Edge album? Good Luck Charm.
Good Luck Charm. Yeah, I was about to say.
For you in these eyes.
Come on. They give you that Jagged Edge stuff.
And that's all J.E.
That's that Jagged Edge.
That's their signature sound, man. Like nobody breaks down a band like they do.
The seasons change with John Legend.
Oh my God, yep.
At the end of the song.
Come on, doggy. Yep.
I know you grow today.
We'll even go back.
Change.
Hell yeah.
And they had the was it this is it the ghetto as you are, must to put your in the hook of my car. Okay.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, hold on.
Ghetto guitar.
Ghetto guitar.
Sorry, guys, I'm smoking like a rapper over here.
This guy.
I normally don't do backwoods, but
Spanish
We
guitar.
saying Jagged in, so I'm doing backwards.
Ghetto guitar. Yeah.
Joints.
Hell, go back
Yeah.
to their first
They have some
album,
songs.
doggone, when they were going to church. When it's sunny out, it's funny how
They sounded
raindrops they fall.
they sounded more like Drew Hill on that first album.
Yes, they did. Church, church, church.
112
Yeah.
did too on their first album.
Oh man, 112.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
whole nother show. 112 first album. That's a whole nother show, bro. Let's just let's just
Check
go.
out.
Let's just change subject over that.
We gonna
That first
do it.
album, bro. Oh my god.
Right. Right.
We
That
do them too.
112 first album. Jesus. Woo.
We definitely gonna do them.
Yeah, we gotta do that another
We
time.
gotta do the Trinity of '90s or of the late '90s R&B.
Yeah, we gotta get some of them on the show, man. For sure.
Mhm.
So we can really get into
No
the the
question.
the dynamics of this stuff.
No question.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Good Luck Charm was strong for them,
Yes, it
especially
was.
for it to come out like '06. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
around that time.
Right.
Exactly. Yes, it was.
Yeah, man.
Watch You was dope. Watch You was dope. It was one of them
Yeah.
more like mediocre songs,
Yeah.
Mm,
but it was still dope. It definitely made me want to go get the album
Okay.
mm.
Well, that's
after
not mediocre.
after hearing Good Luck Charm. You know what I mean? I mean, in comparison to other
You,
singles that they had
Ghetto
or other songs
Queen?
or album cuts they've had.
Right. Good
You
look,
remember
charm. What's that?
you remember Ghetto Guitar?
Nah.
Ghetto Guitar go.
Yep. Yes, it
We'll play. We're
does.
gonna get off of here, but yeah,
All right.
Yep.
it move. When I play it, I think you're gonna go, oh yeah.
I mean,
But
probably.
probably it's one of those. Yeah, man. So we getting to the end of the show. Um I'll start off with the shout outs. So I usually go last. But
Right.
shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that participated in the chat room. And even those that didn't participate in the chat room, shout out to you. Um, this was beautiful. This was beautiful. We're gonna have to do it again. We're gonna have to pick another artist, you know what I'm saying, and get to the
Or group.
Right.
our group, and get to the nitty gritty of the catalog,
Yep.
catalog talk.
Yep. Mind you,
Um,
they gotta have a catalog though.
gotta have a catalog.
Gotta
Gotta have
have
a
a
catalog.
catalog.
Right.
I think we should do another episode where we kind of name some groups and artists that didn't get over the hump. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kind of forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Dave Hollister.
we know a lot of those, right?
Yep.
Um,
Cole Thomas.
um, join us every Wednesday, same time, 8 p.m. Pacific time, and yeah, man. What up, Quinn?
Hey, thank you for everyone. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Vibes and Convo. For everyone who's watching it live and everybody that's on the repass, make sure you comment, like, share, subscribe. This is from the fellas. Your boy Kurt Quinn, Mr. Get It In times freaking 10. Much love, y'all. Another night of that late night Wednesday get right. Vibes and Convo.
It's your boy Sequel, y'all. Y'all know what it is.
Y'all know what this is.
What is it?
But all right, y'all. Tune in next week. Next week, we're gonna have something else cooked up for y'all, another subject at hand. And y'all stay tuned, man, on whatever app you're watching us on right now. Y'all stay tuned right there. We're gonna be at y'all. All right. All right. This is Vibes and Combo checking out. Peace, 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 peace,
Hard
peace,
was
peace.
still the truth. Hard was the truth.